Use Rally's work views to focus on your work and teams. If you're managing the delivery of multiple features, or if you're supporting the work of many teams, Rally's work views will go far to make your day-to-day check-ins a breeze. It can be cumbersome to switch between different pages and projects to get the views you need on a daily basis for work in flight. The Work Views page makes it easy for you to hone in on the work you're responsible for while pulling together all the data you need around that work. Imagine the ease of having pre-prepped pages with exactly the information you need for backlog grooming or planning or status meetings. Let's see how easy it is to use Work Views to create your own pages in Rally that will simplify your day-to-day work management. Before you start, think about the specific information goals that your new Work View will facilitate. What kind of work items do you need to see? Will you be making changes to work items? Creating new ones? Do you need to see parent-child relationships? Will you use this new Work View in meetings with others? Should you share your new Work View with your teams, with the entire workspace? Let's look at some examples of how Work Views can simplify some common activities. Start by creating a new Work View. Select Plan, then Work Views to begin gathering the data you want to see. If you've experimented with the Work Views, whether or not you've formally saved your view with a name, you may see work items on this page. To start fresh, select the drop-down options next to Work Views and choose Clear View. This will clear the work items and settings in View. Now, select the Show Filters button to constrain the information in View. There are two primary constraints to address at first: project scope and work item type. Choose the projects you're interested in by selecting either the Use Global Project Scope or Browse All Projects option from the Projects drop-down list. If you choose Use Global Project Scope, your views will be constrained by the place you select in the project hierarchy for your workspace. If you choose Browse All Projects, you can override your Global Project Scope setting by selecting specific projects to evaluate. Search for a project or expand the project hierarchy to select the projects you want, then select Done to add them to the project filter for your data. Next, select the work item types you want in your view. Select Add or Remove Filters to set up some quick filters to further constrain your data, or switch to Advanced Filters for more complex operations. Let's look at some examples of work views that you might not be able to create from other pages in Rally. If you're a program manager or stakeholder wanting to know about the progress of work for specific teams, you may want to look at the work of teams that have dependencies but are not in the same line of descent in the project hierarchy. In this example, I'm interested in work being delivered by the fulfillment and payment teams, but I'm also checking progress on the support portal updates we need. That work is being delivered by the corporate API team. I've chosen the appropriate teams using the Browse All Projects option since I do have at least view permissions for the projects outside my organization. I'm watching all the work performed by the fulfillment and payment teams in this release, and also feature F54 that we're depending upon from the API team. I can see the progress of all that work in one view, and even show the planned end date if I add it as a column. Perhaps you're a Scrum Master for one or more teams. If you like to keep your data tidy, use Work Views as an audit tool. Sometimes we can lose track of emergent work items. Periodically, it's good to have a look at your work items and make sure important related data like state or release is administered correctly. In this example, I'll first group the listed items by iteration. Next, I'll select the applicable work items in this view and change the release field value to what it should be. Similarly, I'll check to make sure the defects have been accepted and are associated with a milestone that's been deployed. If so, I'll close them now. If If you're a user experience designer or a technical writer supporting multiple teams, WorkViews can keep you one step ahead in scheduling and delivering your own related work. Here I'm looking at the upcoming iterations for the teams I'm supporting, as well as my own work for the corresponding iterations. I can see and perhaps tag the work that will require action from me, and then I can check my own schedule of work to make sure I've covered any related deliverables that I'm responsible for. If I've missed something, I can add it right here in this view in the appropriate planning time frame. Once you've set up your work view to be exactly what you want, save it so you don't have to create it again from scratch. Choose Save as a New View from your Work Views options, and then give your new view a name. If you're a project administrator, you can share the view with members of the projects you administer, and then send the URL to make it easy to find from another page or application. To share with your entire workspace, you need to be a workspace administrator. When you expand your WorkViews list, you can clearly see your personal WorkViews, the ones you've shared, as well as projects in which they're shared. Make sure when you share that you're providing value and that the views are wanted. If a colleague deletes a view you've shared, it will be deleted for everyone. Now that you've created a work view and maybe even shared it with your team, think of the other views that you can customize to make your day-to-day experience in Rally easier and more focused. Create as many work views as you need. To get started, try creating a work view in preparation for an upcoming meeting to display work items that will help focus the conversations taking place. To learn more about Rally and Agile practices, check out our blog and community. Like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss new content as it's added.